Hello, and welcome back to Crit and Crit. I'm Scint.
I'm Axion.
And you know, the orange liquidy thing at the bottom of the screen is really appropriate right now because it looks like Kraft macaroni and cheese. Who doesn't love Kraft macaroni and cheese?
The puns.
We are continuing our run through Eversion while Axion goes on about how much he likes Call of Cthulhu.
And Scint tells us how much she doesn't.
We're a team.
Yep. So, we will begin the story of the plot with the main character, who is listed at the beginning of the book as, or at the beginning of the story rather, as Francis Wayland Thurston the Late. So, gotta love when your story opens with, oh hey, your narrator is dead and we found these notes among his belongings. But this is kind of a recurring trope of Lovecraft's, of either his protagonists die at the end of the story, nearly die at the end of the story, or someone close to them dies at the end of the story. There's not a lot of people who don't die at some point in a Lovecraft story. There is another Eversion point around here somewhere, and I'm going to find it.
No, isn't the theme of Lovecraft to not go poking into things that you don't understand? Like, you know, averting through dimensions?
Yeah, but I want to beat the game.
Didn't we just talk about how the point of Lovecraft is some things are unwinnable?
I mean, yes. So, we're gonna do this anyway. Aha!
No, I like how irritated the block faces look in this phase.
Exactly what I was looking for. Anyway, story. Going through Mr. Thurston's papers, we discover that Thurston was himself going through the papers of his own recently deceased uncle, who was something of a researcher and had discovered some unusual happenings. There's got to be a way to get across that, but I think I need to find the right doorway.
I think it might be called Restart the Level. It's like we're gonna have to 100% the gems to get the ending on this, so...
Yep. It's just a matter of finding the right spot. So...
yeah.
And this is where we're going to find the first incident of Lovecraft's peculiar choice of wording. See if that respawns me in the right spot.
I don't think it will.
Nope.
We might just have to finish the level and come back, yeah. Good luck getting through. Oh, yeah, you can just go over. Sure. But yeah. Anyway, how did his uncle die?
According to the coroner, he died of a sudden heart malady. The cause of and instigation of which are completely unknown and came on very suddenly. But according to viewers in the area and witnesses nearby, he was apparently jostled by a swarthy, dark-skinned sailor, after which point he collapsed and was taken up dead.
This tracks with Lovecraft's other stories.
This is going to be a recurring thing in this story, and with Lovecraft stories in general, that, well, let's just not beat around the bush. Lovecraft was kind of a racist dickhead. all that I love his stories, I am not fond of him as a person, and some of his opinions about certain things. And nor are many people. Of course. Another chase sequence.
Yeah. Hey, blood doesn't walk, it runs.
Bad.
So of course you're being chase sequence. What? I have many other jokes in that vein.
I'm sure you do. Why the heartbeat sounds?
Because it's blood.
Yes, the blood wall is behind me. I can see that game, thank you.
Don't be so negative. You should AB positive. I have nothing helpful to contribute about the plot here.
I'm sure you don't.
So, let's see if,
going through his uncle's papers, Thurston finds two things of particular importance. A piece of a carving of what appears to be an archaic-looking but recently created clay sculpture of a series of bizarre characters and an image that is described as combining the worst features of human, squid, and dragon. And this is marked as belonging to a certain eccentric artist from a nearby school. Okay, yes, let's shoot up there. This young gentleman's name is...
Wilcox, it looks like.
Yep, Wilcox. And Wilcox had come to Thurston's uncle because he had been having strange dreams and had woken up carving this bizarre object. No, thank you, game. Just from clay in his home. He was a sculptor, an artist, and just was doing this in his sleep. And while Thurston's uncle was sort of an expert on ancient structures and creations, the young Wilcox claimed that while it was freshly created, that the object came to him in a dream, and dreams are older even than the most fantastical historical locations. He lists Babylon and a few other esoteric-sounding places in his sort of reverie.
Yep.
And that was bizarre and notable enough for Thurston the Elder to decide to investigate further.
So, honestly, I have to wonder, like, because I've seen people's drawings of Cthulhu, which basically look like a fat winged man with a squid for a head. So I kind of wonder how that combines the worst features of all three of the creatures mentioned. But I don't know.
The dragon part seems to be the oft-depicted wings and claws, and...
Yeah, but how would that be the worst features? Like, I don't know, that's just my thing.
It's like, I think in this case it's like most dangerous and most, deadly. Like,
that makes a little more sense.
And the squid is just... Well, it's got the tentacles, and it's just... Cephalopods are weird and off-putting.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I just always wonder, because, like, you know, wings seem like they would be one of the better features of a dragon, because, you know, it's just there.
I mean, they're certainly better for the dragon.
I mean, here we are actually debating the taxonomy of a character that has never existed. I'm going to recommend we just come back later for some of the gems and just try to live.
That's fair. So, one of the things that Wilcox tells Thurston the Elder about his dream is that he heard this strange chanting in the background. Cthulhu Ftagan. Cthulhu Ftagan. And of course this
Cthulhu Ftagan. What a wonderful phrase.
I knew that's where you were going.
Where else would I take it?
I mean, I love that thing. It always makes me laugh. But, this gets Thurston just interested enough to do some further research, and he runs into those hands. Runs into the phrase Cthulhu Ftagan again in research elsewhere involving an inspector. What's his name? I can't look at the
Legrasse.
Legrasse. I was about to say Lestrade. I was like, no, that's Holmes.
That's Holmes, yeah, which we should do at some point.
Oh yeah, it's on the list. Inspector Legrasse is a policeman from Louisiana who investigated a claim from some swamp-dwelling citizens about odd happenings in the depths of the swamplands where voodoo-type people, as they're described, again, Lovecraft being Lovecraft, were congregating and some of the citizens of the area had disappeared too. And when Legrasse went to investigate, he found in the depths of this swampland this bizarre ritual going on. Was too fast. Oh, hi.
I see you. At least since it started closer to the end?
Yeah, I guess. Oh, I went the wrong way.
Is there a right way when there's Lovecraft involved?
Yes, it's the way that doesn't trap you in a hole. We're gonna come back for those later. Legrasse goes in and finds all of these people in the depths of the swamp congregating about with this weird bonfire going, and I was hoping I'd be able to run that.
Probably come back when you find an Eversion point so it won't kill you. Anyway, swamp
all these
ritual.
people are dancing and celebrating and doing creepy cult things around this this location in the depths of the swamplands, with all of the missing people dead around the fire, and in the center of the fire is a...
Those are still collapsible, I would...
Yeah,
wait.
I was debating. In the center of the fire is this statue that visually matches the drawing, the carving that Wilcox made. I thought I could have burned it there. And they take as many of these people as they can capture and interrogate them, and they find one of the captives, named Castro, is basically kind of the leader among those that remain. And he tells them that his people are followers of an ancient religion sent down from creatures who came from the stars, the high priest of which is known as Cthulhu, who sleeps in the city of Ryla, deep beneath the ocean. And that these creatures came from the stars and are not made of flesh and blood as humans are, but of something not of matter. And that while this allows them to never truly die, and allows them to travel between the vast gulfs of space and other fantastical descriptions of things they do, they are also limited in that they can only live when the stars are right, whatever that means.
There's gotta be an reverse point.
I know, that's what I'm looking for. Oops. Oops.
Maybe it's back the way we came?
I think I went back as far as I could.
Okay, can you maybe get on that ledge in the middle down there? Like, it seems like it'd be a tricky jump over the spike bush, but I don't think you tried there yet.
Hey, good eyes!
Yay! Still can't get any gems yet, but... Anyway, Swamp Ritual.
Yeah. Castro says that, in addition to what I already said, so when the stars are not right... Are these collapsible?
I don't remember. Like, I think you can break them, but I don't think they break if you stand on top of them. Not yet.
That when the stars are not right, they, quote-unquote, die, but they don't truly die, for they were never really alive. There we go, that's...
Yay! And now you have the irritated face blocks. Go back left. Because they can do gems.
Oh, yes, thank you. Good eyes. So that when the stars are right for good, eventually, Cthulhu will wake. He, being the High Priest, will rouse the other old ones, the ancient beings that came from the stars, and they will take their place...
Go back down. Go back.
Go back where?
The two on the edge of the...
Oh. Those are hard to see. They will bring about a new age for humanity, a new age of revelry in violence and killing, as they bring about freedom for everyone. Humans will be like the old ones. They will kill and revel and dance and celebrate, and the old ones will teach them new ways to do all those things. And it will be wonderful and freeing, and humanity will be as they were always meant to be. Isn't that lovely?
There's the one down there. Yeah, you really are having a hard time with the face blocks.
It's just these ones, because they're so tiny compared to everything else.
Yeah, they just look so irritated and done with everything. Go left. Your other left.
I can't stand on these. I saw those already. I just can't do anything about it yet.
No, keep going left. Keep going left. Because there's one right there, and on the other side.
This is what I have.
And you can't reach those, so...
No, I can't. I have to wait until I can stand on that rock.
Yep. Which means finding the reverse point, I know.
Yep.
But if you go underneath there... Go left again.
I can't get under there right now.
Yeah, you can't get through the...
I can't jump high enough.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
So anyway, this is not the only time one of these little Cthulhu statuettes has been found. And, investigating the site where the other... where the other was found was... It was found in Norway, I believe? By
so.
a sailor who had come in from on a barely functional ship, half mad and with a dead crewmate, raving about impossible things. And here we are. Just absolutely gone crazy, clutching this statuette of this little squid person dragon thing. So when Thurston the Elder went to investigate this, by the time he arrived, or I think it was actually Thurston the Younger, the narrator.
Yep. Well.
When he arrived, he found this Norwegian sailor, Johansen, dead. Just like his uncle and just like he himself would eventually be. And here we go. That makes that much easier. Yay! Happiness!
Yay, cosmic horror.
But Johansen had the foresight to write down the true details of his experience, which he did not share with his,
with really anyone.
Yeah, but primarily the authorities or interrogators who questioned him after his return. Or anybody, really.
But yeah, because they think he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah. Or because he thought it would be too stressful for them to be aware of the truth for one reason or another. So he hid it, like, from his wife and from the authorities, but he did write it down because it weighed on his conscience. So Thurston the Younger gets a hold of this series of notes and discovers that on the same day that Wilcox had his experience in dreams, and the same days that other, what Lovecraft calls sensitive types, so artists and eccentric people and things like that, probably a not-so-kind reference to those with various kinds of mental illnesses.
You'd almost think a mental illness would be a defense in Lovecraft. In the sense of, like, the world doesn't care about you whatsoever. Like, yeah, I'm used to that. Have you not seen how Fig gestured everything?
I mean, fair. But on the same date, Johansen and his crew had encountered a set of pirates, which share the same general description as all of the people Lovecraft once painted as bad guys. The ship was attacked, they defended themselves. The captain and first mate were killed, so Johansen, being the second mate, took command. Oh, that's how you do it. You jump up here. Awesome.
I'll have to come back for this one.
Their ship was damaged, so they took over the pirate ship after killing them all.
As you do.
Oh, hey! Pretty princess.
Look how happy the background is.
Yep.
Anyway, so they took over the pirate ship.
And they tried to sail past where the pirates had been to investigate what it was the pirates had been trying to chase them away from.
This is fine.
Yep. Everything is okay. There they found an island that was not on any map. They went ashore to investigate, found a door so big as to be unbelievable, accidentally get it open, and the game crashed. They get the door open, and out comes Cthulhu himself.
Okay, this part I do recall having reread it. He's basically the only one who survived with his mind intact, and even that was suspect. So he wrote everything down and died not that.
Yep.
So, then our narrator finishes off with saying, okay, I have written this down, and then in the event I do not survive this manuscript, we'll see what happens. So, that basically covers...
Specifically, he says, I hope that if I die, whoever handles my papers after my death will have the sense not to publish this, and to keep it secret and to destroy all the knowledge therein. Which, since we have the book, clearly did not happen.
Yep. So, now that they have doomed us all, that's a good place to leave off, and we shall resume next time.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us.
See you then.